Coming up, who rubbed their ball correctly to predict February's Community Day? Is 2 better than 1? And did Coops sleep through another Community Day?
Yes.
Build a suspense.
That's one section gone. Welcome to Incensed, Pokemon GO podcast. Guys, we're nearly there, and then we are a year old, so it's getting closer. Can you believe that?
It's crazy, bro.
Coming up.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Spoiler alert, Liam. I was going to call you Liam. Who's Liam?
I've been called worse, mate. Don't worry.
Yeah, sorry about that, bros.
But remember, you need to go spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert.
Yeah,
I'll do it for next month.
I think it's a spoiler alert if he isn't hungover and missing a Community Day, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Well, okay, fair play. Okay.
that's true.
Tonight is going to be a pretty info-heavy show. I apologise in advance. There's not a lot we can do. February is just around the corner. But guys, how's your week been?
Pretty distinctly average at best, I'd probably say.
How was the edit last week, Milo?
Don't ask. Don't talk to me about last week.
Let's just clear the elephant in the room. I didn't have my microphone connected into my laptop properly, so last week...
Coops, shut the fuck up.
Okay, fine. But I just want to apologise to all the listeners and to Milo. I sounded like shit, okay? Sorry about that. But Milo, you did a great job, bro, and it won't happen again.
You did a great job, and I felt vindicated because you lot were blaming me initially on the night. It was obviously yours,
Yeah, we
Mark.
were.
We heard the echo, but we didn't know where it was coming from.
We've got to assume, I think, because you'd had the mic issues the week before, and we're like, oh, maybe it's that. So, like, very weird. We should have isolated the audio from every participant and worked it out.
We should have done. But a little bit of BTS, and any of you that follow Milo's Instagram and his reels, 14 hours Milo spent on last week's edit,
14 and a half.
followed by another 2 hours by me.
Is that the most then, Milo?
Technically, no.
Oh, okay.
It's the most on a non-guest episode.
Oh, okay.
But not the most ever.
Fuck you, Ian, trying to embarrass me.
Yeah, it's not something we want to beat, is it, Milo? Let's just get that
I don't
out
want
there.
to go for a longer edit, thanks.
No, well, you never know. It might happen one day, Milo.
But all 4 audio tracks are fucked.
So Milo, let me get this straight then. So you left London after Com Day, drove to Bristol, went to a gig, drove back, got home, and yet that was still less time doing all of that than it was to edit the podcast.
Yeah.
Might have been.
But it's got to be close, hasn't it? It's got to be close.
Yeah.
Similar timing, actually. Well, the Com Day started at 2, and then I got back... No, not quite as long, actually, I don't think. I got back to London about 7 a.m.
Still, commitment, mate.
It has to be done. The show must go on.
Absolutely. Now, we've been doing this show for almost a year, and whilst we've always appreciated every one of you that actually spend the time to listen to us, weekly, we thought it was about time to actually start mentioning those of you who take your support to the next level. And all of our listeners, thank you. To all of our patrons on silver and bronze tiers, we really do thank you.
Definitely.
And an extra special thanks to the gold tier members of the Patreon, including HermesNinja, TishSmith, JB, SpydaLog, Clifford, what am I saying? Cut me out.
Sorry, Clifford.
Too much gin today. CliffordMert, CharleyLucyy, and our latest gold member, AgentMLI. Thank you so much for your top tier support. It's extra appreciated by me because 14 hours in the edit suite.
Yeah, exactly.
He really means that, trust me. He really means that.
It does. We love all you guys, and we couldn't do the show without you. Your support really does help us to actually get this show to a decent broadcastable standard, so we really do thank you.
And lets me get a few OnlyFans subscriptions.
It pays for Coops to have a couple of beers.
Is it like one of those challenges where you've got like a certain amount per category and you've got the total amount to spend? So you can buy one top tier, one medium tier.
Yeah. You know what? If it was a challenge, Coops wouldn't turn up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
It's all right.
But anyway, if you'd like to jump on board, you can find us at patreon.com/incensed podcast with tiers starting at just £1.50 per month. It's time to grab a cold one, drop that incense,
Pop an incense inside me.
and please let us know on Twitter or Insta if you find any shinies, hundos, or anything that gets you a little bit wet. Using the hashtag Shinies of the Week.
Oh my
That
god.
sounds. I thought Coops. I genuinely thought as soon as you said go at Coops, immediate default was to do that. I realised it was the sound.
Hashtag Shinies of the Week.
Oh, yes. That's actually more important, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've soundboarded.
It's okay, mate. Every time I see like a YouTuber now with their mouth open, I just want to just go, "Whoa."
What? Sorry?
Are you still trying to find this
Can't
fucking...
find this fucking...
I had the same problem last week. I really did. But obviously, none of this will be in the edit. But I had the same problem last
Milo,
week.
why don't you just do it live?
I always feel like Milo, as he narrated them, he could just say them.
Why am I not doing that?
Yeah.
This whole fucking times. Clarify the spelling, you twat.
That's
No.
Is that you? That was
Yeah,
good.
that was me.
That was Milo, yeah.
It's quicker to
That's Milo.
say it than
That's
fucking find it.
#SHINIESOFTHEWEEK. Okay, so with all of that out of the way, let's get into the first section, which is the good old getting to know you.
Fucking just tell me about you, mate. Just what's going on?
Milo pulled a really random question out of his ass last week, didn't he? We've got to admit he did, but it kind of worked out quite well, so I'm pulling one out of my ass tonight. So guys, if you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Well, I'm assuming you're not putting the girthy gummy worm from out of your ass.
Oh, dear God.
No, that's going down Coops' throat.
For God's sake.
Check it on Twitter, please, if anyone's listening to not know what we're on about. Is this food, Ian? Is this like meal or an element of a meal? So one food item.
It's a food, a specific
I'm going to
food.
start. I'm going to start then. If I could eat one thing for the rest of my life, it would be cheese. I love cheese. I can forgo the crackers. I can forgo all that stuff, but cheese.
I rate that.
Mark, with all due respect, could you not have thought of anything better?
You know what, Mark? I love cheese as well. You can't beat a nice sort of strong, mature cheddar. You really can't.
Hey, you can't. So, yeah, I thought Coops was going to say, Mark, no disrespect, can you pick something else? Because that's what I fucking want to choose.
Sorry, Mark. I feel bad because I bet you can't bear me any longer. I love it. You can tell I did a panto in like 2012 and I've still remembered those jokes.
Those have stuck with you for 10 years.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, so if I could, I'll be honest with you, I apologise. I actually had a meal in my head, but I will change that because I know the item that I'm going to say straight away, Ian Waterfall.
A nice meat dish.
Is that sausage, Coops?
Yeah. Fuck's sake.
Nice pepperoni.
Nice bratwurst.
Yeah. A nice thick Cumberland. No.
Whoa.
So I'm actually going to keep the colour the same. It's still going to be brown. But I'm sorry, that sounded really weird. But I love, so basically every single night or every other night, depending on how sort of fat I'm feeling that day, I basically like... in the evening after dinner, before I go to bed, I have like milk and a pack of Jaffa cakes, but I eat the whole lot.
Jaffa
and
cakes.
I dip them in the milk, and it's like one of my most favourite things ever. So yes, if you ever want to imagine me at 10 o'clock with some Jaffa cakes going, it's definitely what I do.
And do you know the rule with Jaffa cakes? You open a packet, you've got to eat the whole packet.
Yes.
Facts. But yeah, mate, so
have
mine
to
would
finish
be,
them.
yes, we've got something a bit different to cheese, but mine's Jaffa cakes, mate, that's mine.
And Milo, just so we understand, so Milo and Ian understand, is that 10 a.m. that you do that at Coops on a Thursday morning?
Bro, listen, don't joke. Sometimes I have them for breakfast. I actually do.
Good lad.
Okay, before we move on, because I know Milo's going to answer, one of our patrons just asked what a Jaffa cake is, and I suppose to an American, they might not know what a Jaffa cake is.
That's true. That is very true.
It's kind of in the biscuit aisle, but it's a cake
It straddles the border
layered
between the
with
two.
like Jaffa orange, sort of like a jelly, and then it's got like plain chocolate over the top. They're fucking gorgeous.
Do they have Pop-Tarts in America, or is that
I
Australia?
think they have Pop-Tarts in America, yeah.
They do.
I think it tastes like a Pop-Tart, but it's completely different. Like a Jaffa cake, like Ian said, it's like an inch circle. Milo's like, I recognise that really well.
You're an inch.
That was like think of like cheese, but think of something different, and it's just
No,
that.
but the flavour. Like when you're eating a Pop-Tart, that's what it tastes like in your mouth. No, yeah. Milo, what about you?
I'll go with a breakfast option. Give me a good old pain of chocolat.
What, for the rest of your life?
Yeah, I'll have that. Yeah, I just like my pastries. I'm also thinking, like, if you could only eat one food for the rest of your life.
Tough call when you think about it.
It's a tricky question because too much of anything is not good for you anyway. If you're gonna die from overeating something, why not make it something nice?
Absolutely. Yeah.
What about you, Ian?
See, I like Mark's answer, cheese, but the thing with cheese is it does clog you up, shall we say, in a polite way. I'm going to go with Mark's answer, but I'm going to go one better. Pizza.
Oh, pizza base. Pizza base.
No,
was
just,
that in?
it's just the dough. Just a pizza.
It's just there's one food. One food. You can't have
one
different ones on it.
of a pizza.
One
I didn't
element.
say one element of a food. I said one food, and pizza is a food.
No, he makes
Pizza.
a point. What flavour? What flavour?
What type of pizza?
Say one for the rest of your life, Ian.
Yeah.
Okay, if I had to eat the same pizza for the rest of my life, it would have to be just a cheese pizza, cheese and tomato.
Margarita,
Because
yeah.
you're going to get
Fair.
bored of anything, but there's something about a classic margarita pizza that's just fucking amazing. So
I agree. Yeah.
I do like a meat feast, but you know what?
Clip.
Just the cheese pizza for me, I think.
Because Ian, I do have to agree with Mark. That would be like me going biscuits. You've got to narrow it down, geese. You've got to narrow it down.
What do you want for the rest of your life? Cereals.
That could be a poll tonight, Mark, out of those four options.
That's
what
what
people would go
You've
for.
beaten me to it. You've beaten me to it. That's what I'm doing.
Great minds
That's what I'm
think
doing.
alike.
Good thinking. And we're not going to reveal who's said each one. We're going to see what our listeners think of those options. So that's a great one.
Yeah, absolutely. Love it.
Well, talking about polls, do we to reveal the Johto poll in before we move on? Is that a good time to seg it in?
Milo, hit that jingle.
Is that Mark's poll?
Oh, that's a great. I love that. Oh, during the week, we asked a question last week on the podcast about Johto, one of our Johto starters that we had to select. The poll has now closed, and bloody hell, had a lot of people on it. I was knackered when that closed off,
You've been a
boys.
busy boy.
It was busy. I had 386 people on my poll.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That's one big poll.
Is that millimetres?
It was one tired poll, let's put it that way. The question we asked was, which starter will you be picking for Johto Tour? Do you know what? Each one was as far away as the other one, but we'll start in bottom place or third place, because none of these are bottom or rubbish. Chikorita was third on 23%. Totodile, we did a campaign for Team Totodile. I tried to do that with Ian, and a few others got us to 34% of the votes. And the fiery arse, Cyndaquil, took top spot with 42%.
I felt sorry for it.
No, we're not getting all of that.
However, Totodile and Chikorita teamed up with each other and they got 57% of the vote, so they both beat Cyndaquil. So, sorry. Chikorita was always at the bottom, unfortunately. So,
No love for Chikorita.
I wonder
but well
why.
Done. Well done, Cyndaquil gang. Well done.
Talking about starters, Community Day Classic. Our first Community Day Classic was last weekend. Guys, let's have a chat.
I'm going to go last again.
he always goes last.
Coops will be bringing up the rear.
Well, as you know, I went out drinking.
Oh, you wait.
I'll jump in straight away and say, like, I had a blast. Really good fun afternoon, to be fair. Actually made me realise, I'm like, holy crap, I've completely forgotten, like, a mad rush for 3 hours. Got so used to doing 6-hour con days in that window and sort of, okay, you can have time for lunch, you can take it kind of chilled, you could dip in and out if you wanted to. 3 hours, you go, right, I'm going to go fucking balls to the wall on this. Had a really good day. I look forward to more.
I agree. You don't realise how short 3 hours is until you... 6 hours is too long. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to say it. I've said it before. But you don't realise how short 3 hours is until you've got a community that only lasts for 3 hours. I love the day. It was a complete throwback. It was great to see Bulbasaur all over the map. The shiny rates were obviously current shiny rates, not like they were when we first had Community Day back in 2018. So
Yeah.
I got substantially more shinies. I think Michael from the creative team, I think he said that they're not planning on doing this potentially every month but I really do look forward to them doing more of them because I think it was a great idea and it's a nice little event. If they keep it to 3 hours and don't literally push it too far, I think it's a nice little event to slot in midway through a month.
Yeah, I completely agree. What about you, Marky boy?
It was a really great opportunity to be a bit creative. So for me, it was all about not just playing the event, but it was reliving the past one. I know we spoke a bit about it when I actually said, you know what, Bulbasaur was a nemesis to me on that first com day. I did actually get one shiny on the first ever com day. What Ian said was absolutely spot on. I loved the fact it went quick. 3 hours, it felt like it should be 3 hours a game. It felt like it should be, yeah. It felt like it shouldn't be the weekend. It should just be a little part of it, and you can play it, do what you want on it, and just play it like that. But Bulbasaur was as elusive as it was for me the first time, the second time around. So I played for the full 3 hours. I hit level 48 on it, which was brilliant. The extra XP was fantastic.
Well done.
Really happy, thank you. It's a long way to go. Got loads of XP and got 2 shinies throughout the whole 3 hours.
3 hours?
Oh, that is rough RNG.
Jesus Christ.
Damn.
I wasn't rural either. I was playing in towns, so bigger places, so the spawns were even bigger.
So you got 2. Well, let's do totals. Coop's going to come in a minute with his 1 or whatever he did, but
Or 2.
I got 23. I'm guessing Milo, you trumped that.
I got 33.
So that is rough odds on you, Mark. Really is.
Rough.
Bulbasaur just doesn't like you.
I know. I feel bad. Like Spheel didn't like you. Bulbasaur doesn't like you. What's going on?
No one does.
Wow.
Okay.
January's a write-off.
Yeah.
It is, but let's go to the real world. It wasn't about the shinies. It's about the XP, and everyone's got access to as many spawns as everyone else. So, it's all that really matters. But again, it was relatively a nice one to catch. It was a pretty decent one. You could get your excellent curveballs on it. Loved the concept of it. It didn't feel like a reroll. It felt like actually a refreshing new event, if that makes sense. Bizarrely, even though it was another com day. It was just, I liked it. Mr. Loverboy, here we go.
Milo, drum roll, please.
No, I do just want to say, though, because obviously the listeners can't. Thank you. Because the listeners can't see this, but you've got to have seen Milo's face when Mark and Ian were like,
yeah, there should be 3 hours. I hate 6 hours.
he was like,
Is my reaction.
It was like face palming, yeah.
Yeah. No, you'd all be quite surprised, So basically, I was in Cambridge for the weekend. By the way, unbelievable place to play Pokemon Go. Seriously.
Is it good? Because I thought about playing there before.
It's good, isn't it?
It's unbelievable. If you're listening and you've been to Cambridge and you've played it, honestly, because it's so historic, Ian, there's so many stops and points of interest. Yeah. It's unbelievable. Honestly, anyway.
We should do a community day there.
Yeah, maybe.
That's what Coops read about it. You didn't put the game on.
No.
It's very historic, so I assume it's good.
Yeah.
I'm like, hold on. So this article on Google said... But no, so anyway, so I was actually staying at my best friend's for the weekend. They've just had a newborn baby. He's lovely. He's called Bailey. He's a lovely little kid. He's 7 years old. So I was with them for the whole weekend.
Is he our youngest listener?
Oh, bless him. Yes. Yeah. He is. He can take the award on that. But yeah, I literally me and my best mate Brett, we used to both play when we used to play back in 2018. I loaded up the game at 1:30, and I think I had 4 Bulbasaur spawns, and my fucking daily spawn was a Grimer. But out of those 4 Bulbasaur spawns, I got a shiny.
Yay!
I did transfer it.
I hate you.
But yeah, so I did play.
So for you, it was a 3-minute community day, was it?
I did quick catch, so I'd say about 50 seconds.
But you did just as well as you did on Sphelecom Day. 4 checks,
Yeah, exactly.
1 shiny.
Oh my god,
we did.
Yeah.
Wow.
Banged it.
We're doing something wrong, guys.
I'm not. I don't know what you're talking about.
Milo's going, I'm all right, actually, boys. Leave me alone.
I'm smashing it.
Boys, just really quickly, sorry, can I get a beer? I put it in the fridge. I forgot to get it out.
Go and get it.
Sorry.
Go and get your...
You forgot to get it out, did you, Coops? I love that. As he got up and kicked his leg out, that sound effect came on. Yeah. That was brilliant timing, Milo.
Timing is complete chance working out tonight.
Sorry about that, boys.
It's all good.
Oh,
New soundbite. ASMR.
Come on,
Drinking,
got me vest on.
gurgling. Coops. Guys, good news.
What?
Well, tonight's episode of Incensed, a Pokemon GO podcast, is sponsored by Podcorn.
Wait a minute. So Mr. Wasserval, you're telling me we've got a sponsor?
Absolutely. We've been talking about getting a sponsor for a while, and Podcorn stepped up.
Hold on, Ian. Right, that sounds a bit familiar. Right, isn't Podcorn that service we're using to find sponsors, mate?
Yeah. They are, mate. Podcorn is it's a marketplace that connects podcasters, no matter what size the podcast is, small, big, with amazing sponsorship opportunities.
Correct. And they also allow the podcaster to set their own rates, collab directly with brands without any exclusivities.
Wait, so we got sponsored by the company where we go to find sponsors, yeah?
That's right. And the best part is, the podcasters never have to give up any rights and have full transparency through Podcorn's portal. Plus, creative freedom, providing the brands actually agree to the pitch, with full control of how and when they monetize.
So what would other podcasts have to do to get on board then?
It's remarkably easy, actually. All they need to do is go to the link, which is www.podcorn.com/podcasters. And thank you, Podcorn, for sponsoring this episode. I assume they'll be linked in the description.
Of course, they'll be right down there with all of the other show notes.
Right down where, Ian? Down where?
So just on the back of the Comday Classic thing, we've all enjoyed it. I saw a lot of people on social media enjoyed it. My local crew enjoyed it. Ian, you said they may not do it every month, which I think is fair enough.
Yeah, I think I saw an article from Michael, and he was saying that it's kind of a trial at the moment, and he's not saying that they're going to do one every month. It may be once every couple of months, once every quarter. That I don't think they really know themselves yet, but it would be interesting to see what they come up with for future Classic days.
We can have a little guess at that. Go on.
Charmander, Squirtle.
They are fan favourites. I hope they don't just go like, because Charmander and Squirtle and Pikachu are so popular. It's like, no, try a little bit more creative, because there are so many classic com days that people would be happy to have as an event.
And there have been some great mons on sort of past com days.
To be fair, I wouldn't mind seeing a Dratini com day classic, because there are so many people who actually don't have Shiny Dratini, etc. Or anything really from 2018.
I think Beldum would be a fucking brilliant one to come back.
Oh yes, but they'll wait for that one.
They'll save that one.
They'll wait.
Okay, the bonus for that one would be half Candy XL, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you lose.
Milo, did you just say you lose an XL candy?
That's what Mark was saying. You actually lose an XL candy per catch.
Imagine that. Imagine that.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's a bug later down the road, I have to say.
Milo would be quick catching that fucking quick. He'd be going, I've got minus 812 XLs here.
Negative. Like when Brandon Tarn's XP went into the negative. Exactly that.
It'll be the only community day Milo doesn't play. He'll be like, fuck that.
Milo will be like, I caught Zero's Pokemon this day.
Because I started on more XL than I'm ending with. How did this work?
Man, that was funny. I rate you for that. But you know what I did think? I thought about this the other day, and I thought the only thing that would make me bang out a com day, like bang it out, back in the day, mate, I would have an orgasm if Larvitar came back. Oh my God.
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
I know you lot suck off Metagross and Beldum, but I am a fan favourite.
Tyranitar was just the Pokemon,
mate,
though, wasn't it?
Bro, Tyranitar, I don't care what anyone says, Tyranitar is it's the mon.
And very overlooked at the moment. You know what I mean?
Very
overlooked at the moment.
But that's what I'm saying. Imagine if they released a Mega. And
Did you hear Milo's like, it's not top tier anymore?
What did he say? What did he say?
It's not top tier anymore.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry, Milo. Sorry. Beep, 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 beep. I live on 7 stars.
Coops, you know what I would like for a com day? If we could have a com day classic. Bag on. For a com day
that's
classic.
another good dragon. Yeah.
That would be epic.
No, but it's not in the top tier anymore. It's not in the top tier.
I don't think Salamence ever was, but it's cool.
Oh, it's cool. Oh, it's cool.
Very, very cool. That's actually quite a nice segue.
Yeah, no.
Nicely done there. Shall we talk a little bit about the current... Well, I think it might have actually ended by the time this episode actually airs, but the new Team Rocket takeover, more grunts everywhere, new Shadow Shinies from the leaders. Cliff has Shadow Shiny Teddiursa, Sierra now has Shadow Shiny Poliwag for all you GBL peeps, and after literally about 2 fucking years, Shadow Shiny Bagon is back with Arlo. but I'm not fucking getting any. I'm sorry, this is what I wanted to rant about this. Like, okay, Mark, you have had better luck than me for damn sure.
So I'm just going to repeat something you've said to me over the last 2 weeks is, obviously, Shadow Bagon is not the Pokemon for you, Milo.
Clearly. Clearly.
To be honest with you, mate, I have heard a lot about its inability to appear for a lot of people, but I've had very contrasting luck, and I don't know, it's because I'm having to build up the radar, the rocket pieces.
He's got another
there we go. He's got Cliff again.
How many balloons do you get per day now? 8.
Something like that, isn't it? 6 or 8?
8.
Like that.
And we're now 4 days in, so that is now my 14th cliff from a balloon.
Wow.
Fuck you, Niantic.
So anyway, I've done 4 Team Go Rocket Leaders, and I've had 2 Arlos and 2 Cliffs.
So that's all right.
It's good. And I flexed off the air, but I'm going to flex on the air now.
Flex on the
and
air.
And I've got a 92% shadow.
Flex it up, flex it.
I've been working, so I've not had as much disposable time as Milo to do 14 Rocket Leaders. But of the 2 that I've managed to do, neither of them have been Arlo. I've had 2 Cliffs. I've not even had a Sierra.
Fucking Cliff.
You've not had Sierra, but you've had two Cliff Richards. Yeah.
Exactly, 2 Cliff Richards. But where's Sierra?
Sierra. Someone take my account if they want to find Cliff. That's all I'm saying.
You could throw your account off a cliff, Milo.
That's true. Yeah.
I haven't actually done any, but I did just do. No, wait, I did just do Grunt. Oh, hold on. And I just got a Shadow Bayleaf. That's cool, isn't it?
Ooh.
That is.
Meganium for Great League and Ultra League. No.
This is the other thing, is actually, you've again segued very nicely. We're on point here, guys, tonight.
Anyone would think we planned this show.
The new Shadow Mons are actually all pretty decent. So the Shadow Chikorita, basically the Gen 2 starters, are now available as Shadows. Which Shadow Meganium is actually, I think, set to be pretty beastly in PvP. Certainly the Great and Ultra League, from what I've seen.
Meganium is sick.
Yeah, Meganium.
I've got Milo's boy.
There you go, the Shadow Cyndaquil, which actually, if you get a decent Shadow Typhlosion with Blast Burn, it's a better DPS raid attacker than Reshiram.
And if you elite TM it, it actually knows Frenzy Plant.
Yeah, if you elite TM, get Frenzy Plant.
Make a Frenzy Plant.
And Shadow Free Alligator is a better DPS raid attacker than Kyogre. So they're actually quite good.
Really?
Yeah, DPS that is. It will die fucking fast. Come too soon. But you can also get you also get Shadow Hippopotas is now available, which I think would be quite fun for PvP as well, because it gets the Elemental Fangs, a fast move. And then the Shadow Whismer, which is just a 1k purification. But I will say one thing, and this is something that has been bugging me. There's a Team Rocket event, a Team Rocket takeover, but they haven't put Giovanni out. Where the fuck is Giovanni?
Well, we had this last year,
Where
didn't we?
the fuck is Giovanni?
Exactly.
Man, I really think you've got to start letting this stuff go, bro. I really do think there's
Every week there's something new. I'm like, for fuck's sake, Niantic, come on.
mate. I know, but you know, you got to start letting it go, bro. It's not good for your blood pressure, bro.
It's content.
Milo needs a trigger warning, doesn't he?
Milo, are you saying then you'd rather Giovanni came and you got like another Shadow Lugia? Would that make float your boat, would it?
I'll just put my 2 cents into this, okay? As I think they could have, because it's a power plant event, electric type themed event, they could have easily chucked in Giovanni with Shadow Zapdos or Raikou, with the research. The research is copy-paste every fucking time anyway. It's not difficult. It's an oversight.
And do you know what you could have done as well, Milo? And made them shiny eligible for the free. Because just imagine if you got one of them.
Ooh.
A shiny Shadow Zapdos. The first Shadow shiny legendaries.
It would have been like 2% IV as well.
Yeah.
It would have been shit.
But you know what, guys? He didn't. So let's move on into the news.
Is the news.
Who's up for
Mark.
Oh shit! Sorry. Sorry.
This is what happens when we break it down as a quad.
Good news.
What?
I just had an in-game notification on Pokemon GO saying the new avatar items inspired by Pokemon Legends Arceus are coming soon.
Way.
So, the news. And basically, we've had a dump of news come in. It's a new month. February looks like it's got a lot of exciting things. Firstly, we can say fuck off Tyronics. That's always welcome. You've had your month. You've had your events. And we have got Esper coming in to research breakthroughs for February.
Holy dolly!
And on true form, I would have imagined Niantic just leaving it like that and just gone, yeah, you've got Esper, and everyone go, fucking hell. But no, they have put shiny Esper into the pool. So Esper will be released. Esper will be released. Obviously, Esper, Milo, correct me if I'm wrong, can evolve and it can go into, is it
Meowstick or something like
Meowstick?
that?
Yeah.
Meowstick.
So there are other shinies. It's a nice pink shiny, and it's the month of Valentine's Day, and that's all I'm saying. But yes, Esper is coming in.
Moving into February's Community Day, we all talked about our predictions for Community Day quite recently. As certainly I said, I thought they would release Hopip for February, given that it's Johto Tour and it's available for both tickets. Niantic have announced that Hopip is going to be February's Community Day. And the event will be Saturday. We like Saturdays. February the 12th, Milo's birthday, between 11 and 5 p.m. local time. So, of course, Shiny will be released. So, Shiny Hopip, it looks amazing. It is absolutely a gorgeous Pokemon. And the exclusive move that we will get to have on Jumplift, if we evolve our Skiploom, will be Aerobatics.
Tap, tap.
Now, Coops is absolutely smiling and beaming at that. Does it good for your GBL, is it?
Jumpluff is a unit. It's a tank. Big fat unit. It's a big unit. So this is going to be great. This is genuinely going to be great in Great League. Not sure about Ultra, but obviously great. I know it's going to be good in.
It's a very like to Tropius, isn't it? You know, same typing, all that sort of stuff. Yeah.
Other things that we're going to get alongside that with this Community Day, we're going to get the dollar research, the 79 pence research. We're going to get Milo's favourite bonus, the triple catch Stardust. It's my favourite bonus. And as usual, we're going to get the 3-hour lures, the 3-hour incenses. Snapshots will be there. There will be Skiploom appearing in the wild in parks, which again, for literally farming Stardust is amazing.
Yeah.
And bonus Hopip XL candy from Skiploom caught in parks as well. So Milo walking in circles around Walpole Park for once will actually pay dividends.
Yes.
Bro, I'm fucking going 1,000,000 miles an hour that day.
But Ian, sorry to jump in there. It's going to be a fucking difficult one to catch. How it moves.
Probably
hell.
yes. It probably is.
It goes up and down, doesn't it?
Do you know the best option for that is AR mode, because then you can actually tilt your phone and still do the same throw.
Good call. But that's not all. We are also going to get up to 3 free raid passes from gyms during this Community Day and for up to 2 hours after the event. So
I'm hearing things.
It's true, Milo. It's true. This is going to be one hell of a good Community Day. And all of these extra bonuses that we don't normally get, it's because Niantic like Milo.
For once.
And it's his birthday.
For once. They're actually doing me proud. Stardust bonus. I will say Skiploom with the star piece on. It's going to be like nearly 1,400 dust per catch.
It is, yeah.
1350, yeah. 1350.
Pray for windy or sunny weather wherever you are, because then that's even more Stardust.
It is.
Well done, Ian, for predicting that correctly. I have to say, good prediction.
You know what? I had a gut feeling. But that's not all. We're also going to get the event bundles. We're going to get our box of 33 Ultra Balls. We love those. And there will be a 1,280 Pokecoin bundle in the shop, giving you 50 Ultra Balls, 2 Super Incubators, 6 Star Pieces, and an Elite Fast TM. You will also get stickers. Yes, that's right. Stickers by spinning Pokestops.
Approved.
And opening gifts. If you really want to, you can purchase them in the store. So it looks like a brilliant Community Day.
No.
February is shaping up to be a good month, and that is just, oh my God, it's brilliant.
I've got the Pokecoins to buy that Community Day box or buy like 300 stickers.
Stickers, mate.
So,
Don't do that. Please don't do that.
Buy 30 Super Rocket Radars and get 30 Cliffs.
30 cliffs and balloons.
And of course, it's a 6-hour Community Day. Coops will play for 6 minutes and still get his shiny.
Listen, actually,
Actually, hold on.
first of all, I've never actually played for 6 minutes. That's far too long. Secondly, I've just looked in my calendar and I'm not actually doing anything. So I've just put in my calendar, I put Community Day /Milo with a party hat because it's his birthday.
Yay. I've decided I'm going to London and play on Milo's birthday. It's only fair to spend the day with him down in Walpole. So if you boys are
do
up
we
for
want
it...
to do it as a foursome?
I mean, bear in mind, we will be at Walpole Park 2 weeks later for Johto Tour, but I can go to London twice in a month. I don't mind.
Do it.
I'll be there for Johto, boys. I won't be there for Skip Plume or whatever it is.
Hopip.
Hopip. I won't be there for Hopip. But no, I'll definitely be down for Johto, so that'll be fun.
And I think for Johto, we're probably going to need hotels because it goes 9 till 9.
12 hours. Well, that's if you want to play the whole event.
You just want to avoid me, don't you?
You want to avoid me, don't you?
I'm on a fucking stag do. I'm on a stag do on Johto. I can't do it, but it's okay. I'll see you.
You're not alone. Well, you're not alone, but like immediately after Johto tour, I've got to go to a concert, so I'm actually gonna have to cut the event a bit short. Anyway,
Johto.
Yeah, I didn't realize I've got a gig I need to go to that starts I think at 10.
How fucking dare you? How dare you?
Ditch.
I'll still be
How
there.
do you think
I'll still
Professor
be there.
fucking Willow's gonna? Bro, I'm not even gonna be there. I'm gonna be in Nottingham. I'm not even gonna be there.
Professor
baby.
Willow can suck my
cock. Okay, fine.
I think I'm looking forward to that con day. And I know it's been getting a bit of hate online. You know, again, it's sort of this 50-50 split of people going, it's one of these 6-hour con days, it's whatever it's going to be, I'm kind of down for it. And then people on the other side have this point of they've now released a lot of Johto Shinies before Johto Tour. And when they put the tickets up, there were 16 Shinies available, and now there's only 9.
Yeah, I think Nick mentioned that, didn't he?
Yeah. I think a lot of people fixate on the Shinies, so that it's been getting a little bit of bad rep.
But it's only about on par with what was for Kanto Tour last year.
Yeah, Kanto Tour, I think, had, 6?
Something like that. So it's kind of on par. And it was obvious that there wasn't just going to dump like half the fucking generation in Shinies. There was obviously going to release some up to the event.
Yeah, and actually, they never said in the Johto Tour notes saying, like, all 16 of these Shinies will be released on Johto Tour. They just said all remaining Johto Shinies. Totally leaves it open. They could drop all but one of them. They could drop everything but Giraffric. If they please.
Do you know what I'm looking forward to on Johto though? Is actually us all being together. Sorry, Coops. And like new shinies being in the game, and like who's going to get them first? A bit like we had on like for Kanto. I know we were all separate on Kanto because of COVID and that. When you did the Go Fest and I wasn't there to be with you guys, it looked amazing, and I'm looking forward to that buzz. It was all being in a big park. All the spawns being epic, and someone just getting that Giraffric, whatever it's fucking pronounced first, and everyone's going, fucking hell, it's amazing. We've got to do a Johto Shiny bingo on the day. Who could get the new ones first or something
who
with
can
it?
tick all of the remaining ones off.
We've got to do challenges, haven't we? We've got to do challenges.
Really fun. It sounds really fucking fun. You're going to have a really good time.
Coops can set the challenges for us.
Yeah,
he can be the independent
totally.
adjudicator.
Yeah.
You mean the game's us for Nottingham? You go, it's just Coops, the first challenge.
But you know what? The one fucking time Coops comes to Nottingham and I'm going down south.
I know. Yeah. I thought that. I'll make sure I pull a bundelenga for you and for you, Milo.
There's some nice ones around Nottingham, mate.
Much appreciated.
Brilliant.
It might not be Liverpool, Coops, but there's some nice ones around Nottingham.
That's right. Thank you, bro.
Classy, did you say, Ian? Is that sorry?
So moving on to the remainder of the February info drop, the raid bosses. My game, my raid boss game. Okay, Regice has obviously been in over the last week. February is going to kick off with Regirock running from February the 1st right through to February the 9th. And it's getting a raid out on the 2nd of February.
By the way, Milo, I do just want to say to the listeners, that is going to be an absolute serious beast in Go Battle League. I know you don't care. Don't look at me like that. Don't fucking look at me like that.
Well, I was going to say it will learn the exclusive move Earthquake.
Oh,
Does
no.
that actually?
No, wrong one. Sorry, wrong one.
Yeah, I was going to say I've heard that the next legendary is going to be good.
What is it? Got him.
We're going to finish off the Reggie trio. Reggie Steel will then be sweeping into the 5-star raids from February the 9th to February the 16th. Its raid hour will be on February the 9th, which will learn the exclusive move Zap Cannon. And that is the one, Coops, that is going to cause a bit of a shitstorm, I think, in the PvP game.
Casual
That's it.
Coops,
Zap Frenzy Plant was that?
Zap Frenzy Plant. I want them now to just do like Incensed podcast moveset and everything is just labelled Frenzy Plant.
Frenzy Plant.
No matter what it is.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
That would be jokes.
Wait, all jokes aside, like that's a good name for a podcast, isn't it? Frenzy Plant. I like that. It sounds
Yeah,
quite
if
different.
we spin
The
off.
Frenzy Plant. We just talk about movesets the entire time. Oh dear, that'd die.
Yeah, that would die.
Anyway, the Reggies will then fuck off after February the 16th, and moving in after freaking donkey's years, Deoxys is returning with all 4 forms.
Yeah.
At long last, we'll get onto the FOMO in a little bit. So it gets a bit complicated here. Normal form Deoxys, which has already had its shiny release back in August of 2020, will be available from February the 16th to only February the 19th.
Yeah, they're getting 3 days each, aren't they? That is all they're
3 or
giving
4
them.
days, yes, which is kind of mad. Then attack form Deoxys with the brand new shiny from February the 19th only until February the 22nd. Following that is the GBL's wet dream of defense form Deoxys with the shiny available from February the 22nd to February the 25th. And then obviously to round out speed form with another new shiny. That will round out the month February the 25th to March the 1st. The only other thing to say is that the Johto legendaries, all 5 of them, Raikou, Entei, Suicune, and I was going to say Hopip. The fuck am I on? Ho-Oh and, is there a Gigantamax form for Hopip? Ho-Oh and Lugia, all 5 of them will be available throughout the 12-hour period on the 26th of February, when it's Johto Tour itself. So, there's some good stuff and bad stuff in there. Can we gloss over the Reggies and move straight to the fact of Deoxys, each form only being available for 3 days?
Yeah, now I think you get 2 raid passes, don't you? So you're going to get 2 chances at each one potentially per day.
That is true. It's from February the 16th till the end of the month.
It is
2 free in-person raid passes per day. So if you spin gyms,
Because everyone does that.
Well, the thing is, the sought-after shinies, Niantic know people are going to spend a hella lot of money after January when
Not
no one's
spending
been
them on the
raiding.
Reggies.
So people are going to spend money and raid these because the FOMO is real. With 4 forms, people are going to want all 4 shinies.
and you can't trade them because they're mythical.
You can't, they're mythical.
So you have to get them.
I mean, I don't know about you guys. When the first Deoxys came out, I felt sick because it took me 70 odd raids to get it.
Ooh.
And I was like, I did genuinely feel, and that was back in the day when I went in for it, I went balls deep to go for them. Drudigon and shit like that now, I don't give a fuck about them. And I'll be the same with these Deoxyses, to be honest with you. They don't really excite me. I'll do a couple of raids on each one probably, but 3 days limits you to that, doesn't it really? It's not a lot of time. They don't offer anything, do they?
No, they're all kind of shit, really.
They're all kind of shit.
Defense form
Deoxys
isn't,
is good.
yeah.
It's good in PvP.
Tanky, yeah.
But you only need 1. I think it needs to be like 10 attack, 12 defense, 15 HP from memory. Something like that.
Well, that's basically, it's basically...
All I will say is the only good news. I've wanted attack form Deoxys back for fucking ever because it's the easiest solo legendary you can do. You could solo it back in 2019 with level 40, 80% Tyrannotars. Now we've got Mega Gengar and Mega Houndoom and stuff. I want to see how quickly you can solo it and how quickly he'll get taken down with a lobby of 20.
It's going to be seconds, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to be quick.
People have seen videos of Genesect being taken down by Mega Charizard Y, a lobby of 20.
Why?
You probably want why? You don't want to be using Mega Charizard Y for Deoxys. That's the only thing. It's going to be hilariously fast. The only other bit of, well, not only other bit of bad news, but another bit of bad news is the raid hour. So I said that Regirock will be on February the 2nd, Registeel raid hour will be on February the 9th, and then February the 16th, only normal form Deoxys will have a raid hour, and on February the 23rd, only defense form Deoxys will have a raid hour. Attack and speed forms, at the moment on the listings and the event info, don't have a raid hour scheduled. I'm hoping they drop in a Monday raid hour or something, because
You know what?
I think
They
they'll
might
do
do something last
Yeah.
minute, but if they don't, really, it's not that big a loss, is it?
No,
It's Milo,
not.
isn't it?
It is if you're a shiny collector. I mean, the only thing is that these are just shiny hunts. That's it. There's nothing else to them. So if you don't get the
And you
shiny,
can see them all anyway, can't you, in your thing? Because there's that glitch that
that's
shows you all
true.
the shit.
Yeah, that is very true. You can see it in the Pokédex anyway. That is the legendary raid game for February.
All right then, mate. Over to me. And I think Ian was a bit high when he gave me this segment, but I'm here to talk about the Mega Raids.
I was not high, but I know you love the Megas.
It's my favourite segment. Mega Ampharos and Mega Houndoom will now be appearing in Mega Raids. So from the first half, the first 15 days of February is going to be Mega Houndoom. And then for the last 15 days is going to be Mega Well, I say the end of Feb, I mean until March the 1st, it's going to be Mega Ampharos. So thank you for that long section, Ian. Appreciate that.
There is a reason I gave you a short one, because you're going to be doing a little Gapes later, aren't you, actually?
I know.
Yeah.
Shh, shh, shh,
Let's keep
Short
that
by
one
name,
quiet.
short by nature. So we have got Spotlight Hours, and this is where they're probably testing us maybe just a little bit, but there are some pretty good bonuses along with the Pokemon in February. So starting on February the 1st, we've got Litleo. However, if you want to use it to get 2 times XP for evolving your Pokemon that hour, then do it. That's available for you. February the 8th is Spritzy, but It's 2 times catch Stardust, and it's a bitch to catch. So good luck with that one, everyone.
Yay.
I think that'll be a red circle on all those spritzes for that hour. February the 15th sees Coughing, 2 times catch XP. Brilliant, don't mind that. It's actually a relatively easy one to catch. And it makes a return because Coops didn't get his blue ball the first time. This came out in a spotlight hour. Redemption for the Coops, because on February the 22nd, Voltorb is back, so Coops can try and get his 1 blue ball, and we'll try and get our pair. So
he's going to get a matching pair of blue balls.
A matching pair of blue balls. And you get 2 times catch candy, because Voltorb candy is really hard to come by at the moment.
Yeah, level 50. There hasn't been an event recently with Voltorb in it.
But they are the spotlight hours, boys and girls.
Yeah, that is pretty much the majority of February. But we're going to just interrupt this broadcast because we have 2 people here to talk to you. And those 2 people are the Counter Bros.
We're back, and we're not going anywhere because of the rotating frequency of the raid bosses at the moment. But we're going to be talking
here every week.
We're going to be here every week, basically. Regirock, of course, we said it's going to be the next legendary, and we felt it's only right to take you through some of the counters that you might want to take against this rock-type golem.
Absolutely, and Regirock is weak to the following types. It's weak to steel, water, fighting ground, and grass.
Absolutely, and a couple of the counters that you might have picked already or might have used before, now because it's going to learn Earthquake, could pose a little bit of a problem. So my top pick would have been Metagross, personally, but that is weak to Earthquake.
If we're going to go Mega, and we will start with a Mega on this section, Mega Blastoise with Water Gun and Hydro Cannon.
You can, of course, use another Mega Venusaur. We've just had the Comday Classic for Bulbasaur, so it's probably going to be one of the most readily available counters for you. You'll want our favourite move, Frenzy Plant, on that.
Yeah, and I'm sticking with the water types, Mega Gyarados. And for that one, you're going to want Hydro Pump, not Frenzy Plant.
Pump it. Non-legendaries, you could probably go for Conkeldurr, which would be a pretty solid all-rounder, to be fair. You'll want a counter Dynamic Punch on that fighting type.
And Garchomp is always a solid choice.
Absolutely. And I'm going to throw a budget counter. We like a random budget counter in here. You can, of course, use Leafeon. Very, very cheap to evolve. 25 candy from Eevee. Preferably put Pullet Seed on it, which is its Comday move from 2021, with, I believe, probably Power Whip or something like that. I'm not sure. I never use Leafeon in raids personally, but if you have no other counters, it's not bad.
We'll round this off with, again, it's not a top tier counter, but a solid one that it had its own community day. Machamp with counter and Dynamic Punch, again, always a solid counter and one that's fairly easy to get.
Indeed, and it's just very, very quick counter bros, because in all reality...
You're not going to raid Regirock.
No, it's fucking pointless.
It really is. So we're going to go back to the dregs of the news.
Is the news.
So we don't really know anything about these upcoming events because, as usual with Niantic, they give us a little teaser of upcoming events in February. So let's just talk about what they potentially could be. And the first event that's coming up will run from Tuesday, the 1st of February, to Monday, the 7th of February, which is the Lunar New Year event.
The next event that will be lining up from February the 10th to February the 14th, we all know what that date is. It's Valentine's. It's the Valentine's event, the 4-day jobby from Niantic.
And then running up to that, we've got the Johto Tour lead-up event, and that's from the 18th to the 25th of February.
We can throw a couple of predictions in here because, Mark, you went through the spotlight hours. 2022 in the Chinese calendar is the year of the tiger. So, one of two ways. I know Litleo technically isn't a tiger.
It's a lion.
It is a lion, but they could stretch the realm of possibility. Maybe we'll get shiny Litleo dropped in time for the spotlight hour. They've never done it
in the
really.
past.
No, they haven't, have they?
The
Yeah.
only other thing
It's a
I'm
lion,
thinking
though,
is, we've
Milo.
got...
It's a lion.
I know, that's why I said I know it's not technically a tiger, but, Niantic.
Is using creative license.
Niantic can't tell their arse from their elbow half the time, so I wouldn't put it past them.
That's true.
But that's like saying a 6-inch is the same as a 12-inch. It's not, though, is it, Milo? It's not.
No, to Niantic it would be. So the other option they've got is the new Legends of Arceus game has a new form of Growlithe. It's a Hisuian Growlithe.
Hisuian or Hisuian,
Hisuian
yeah.
or something like that.
I like
They
that.
might
I like
drop
that,
that
but
in. They might drop
It's a
that.
dog, though, isn't it?
You're going to be fucking pedantic. I'm going to have to say this to you.
I'm
Coops.
winding you up.
I like the Hisuian. I like the Hisuian variants because the Voltorb one, there's a lot of room
The
to think that
Voltorb looks
might be
pretty
one of
cool,
the first
yeah.
one that comes
Yeah.
out, actually.
Of course, Voltorb's at the end of the month.
Maybe.
February, they have said that we're going to get a new evolutionary line of fairy-type Pokemon, and I can't remember the name of it, but I know what it is. It's like it has different forms, and it looks like a flower. I can't remember what it is.
Join us next week for when
When we've
Milo
actually
figures it out.
researched, when we've looked it up on Google.
I'd put a good chance of Shiny Esper being part of the Valentine's event. It's a pink Pokemon. It's a new shiny for February. And I don't believe they'll just have it. Everyone gets 4 shouts at it because it doesn't really spawn. Well, it doesn't spawn, does it? It was a raid locked.
10k
It's in
open
eggs,
raid,
yeah, it's
don't
in
they?
eggs.
Yeah.
The chance of you getting it are very limited. And I think with the Valentine's event, I think they might do something with that. That's my prediction.
It would
for
make
it.
sense if they released it for that, but
Definitely.
because it has been in the wild, hasn't it?
When it was first released, I think.
Yeah, it was
possibly.
Ian.
Yeah.
I think there's more chance of that happening than the dog turning into a tiger, or whatever we said it was going to
Or
be.
a lion turned into a tiger.
The Johto Torlead one, though, promises to be a Pokeball event. And actually, do you know what? They have to do something to help us because there's a lot of events and then they drop Johto on. You're going to be struggling to have any Pokeballs leading up to Johto the way these events are flying potentially in February, unless you live on 7 Pokestops.
I'll take any balls I can.
And that leads us nicely into the next section, which is a spin on a usual section. We're heading over to DJ Coops. Another one. It's time for the Croydon Pub Quiz.
Get your body armour, lads.
Oi, bruv! Oi, bruv, is that you? Oi, bruv, oi, give me your money. Yes, so as the boys did say, I said to Marky Boy, take a little break and let me host the pub quiz, but I'm going to make it a Croydon pub quiz. So boys, I know you said not to, but fuck it. This quiz tonight is literally all going to be about Croydon.
Oh no.
On an average Saturday night, how many stab wins should you accumulate?
All right, so boys, let's see how good your knowledge is about South London. So we'll go with Ian.
Do you really think Mark and I
Milo.
have any knowledge on South London?
No, that's why I've done it. What county is Croydon in? Is it A, Kent, B, Surrey, C, Sussex, or D, Middlesex?
And I'm first. Sorry.
I'm going to just Middlesex.
I'll go Sussex.
Interesting. Okay, good job, boys. Your next question is, how many train stations are there in Croydon? Is it A, 1, B, 2, C, 3, or D, 4?
Oh my god. 3. I'll go with 3.
All right, Ian's going with 3.
I think when Coops is pissed, when he has double vision, it'll either be 2 or 4. But I think there's only one way out of Croydon, and that's on that one train.
in an ambulance.
In an ambulance. In a body bag. No, sorry. One.
Okay.
I will put... Was 3 an option?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go for 3.
Good stuff. Okay, question number 3. In regards to the most dangerous boroughs in London from the year 2021, where did Croydon place? Was it A, in first place? Was it B, in second place? C, in third place? Or D, in fourth place? Now, I'm going to give you a clue for this one. It's in the top 4.
That's just unfortunate.
I think we're all going to go for the same option, but I'm going to go first.
Yeah, okay, you're actually going to go first.
Well, I think you include the stats of knife crime in that, don't you? And Croydon was well documented as leading the way for that first. I'll go first as well.
Milo, should I just put you for first as well?
No, I'm
okay.
gonna think you've put this question in to throw us off.
How well does he know me?
I'm gonna go for third.
I like your thinking though, mate.
Is it higher or lower than Ealing?
This is the
Now,
thing.
funny you say that, Marky boy. Funny you say that.
No.
How far away to the thousands in total crimes is Ealing away from Croydon? obviously, Ealing is obviously going to be lower. But yeah, in the thousands, how far away is Ealing to Croydon? Is it A, 15,000 crimes? Is it B, 10,000 crimes? C, 8,000 crimes? Or D, 4,000 crimes?
I'm going to go C, 8,000.
Okay, yeah.
And to define crime in Ealing is probably very different to crime in Croydon, isn't it? You know, I can imagine like
in Ealing, they probably
rape.
walked out of Starbucks without paying.
That's what I mean, you know. In Ealing, it's probably like someone's dropped a tenner on the floor and someone's picked it up half hour later and gone, I'll take that then.
Yeah.
And someone's seen it. That's a crime.
You bastard.
Oh,
Yeah, that was
God.
Milo's.
Yeah, that's a good question, Coops. I'm actually just... Fuck me, I'm going to go 10,000.
Okay.
I have no idea about crime stats, just to let you know, even though I live in the borough. So I'm going to actually guess 4,000.
Okay. Cool. Your second to last question is, in 2017, the Metropolitan Police witnessed a huge rise in knife crime recorded in Croydon. But what was the actual total? Was it A, 183, B, 197, C, 201, or D, 219?
How many stabs?
Well, Croydon's quite famous for getting people stabbed in, so I'm going to go D.
Okay, good man. I like your thinking.
I've got a feeling that they love a knife in Croydon.
They do, but Croydon Pikachu.
And I'm not on about a silver butter knife. I'm on about the Sharpie bastards. I think it's probably not as high as we think it is. I'm going to go A, 183.
Okay, I like your thinking.
My answer is the first letter of this word.
Cock.
I like that, Milo.
And last but not least, because none of you have actually really been to Croydon, you promised me for the last year, yeah, we're going to do a com day there, we're going to do a com day there, but you keep parring it off. So we're going to see how well you know casual Coops.
Before you go into that question, can I just say that I don't think any of us would want to travel to Croydon for a 2-minute community day.
Okay, fair. But this is going to be the ultimate friendship test here. Which part of Croydon does casual Coops live in? Is it A, Shirley, B, Addiscombe, C, Crystal Palace, or D, Purley?
You live in Shirley.
Is that Shirley, was it, Ian? Surely you live in Shirley.
Shirley.
Well, Ian said that as if he knew where you live, and that was quite definitive, but I think he means Pursley. I'm going D.
And I know you support Crystal Palace, but I'm going to follow suit with Ian and go A.
All right. Okay. The results are in, boys. You ready?
Go for it, man.
Yeah.
So the answer to the first question, what county is Croydon in? The correct answer was B, which is Surrey. So well done, Ian.
If I didn't know my geography, there'd be a bit of a problem.
Yeah. Question 2, how many train stations are in Croydon? The correct answer, Milo and Ian, you got that correct. There is 3. So Marky boy, there's 3 ways out of Croydon.
He's got triple vision.
That's good to know.
And boys, really quickly for both of you, bonus point if you can answer all 3 correctly.
Croydon South, Croydon North, Croydon
West.
North, East.
No.
Head
Milo.
wound, crotch wound, leg wound.
No. Ian?
In, out, and shake it all about.
Okay, fine. No bonus point there. All right, next question. The answer to the next one was actually Ian and Mark. It is in first place. So, tricked you, Milo. Sorry about that.
You got me.
You bastard.
Yeah, about the eating one. This one really shocked me, but the correct answer was D. It was 4,000.
well
So
done.
Milo got that.
Because I live in a nice area of Ealing. There's a lot of scruffy stuff around it.
You were on 28,000 and we were on 32,000. So
Yeah.
there was 4,000 in it. So the next answer about the total knife crime numbers in 2017, the correct answer was, Milo, you got yourself another point with
Yes.
C, 201.
Are we tying now, Milo? Are we
I
tying?
think we might be,
I think
yeah.
that's 3 each.
And for the last one, of course, Mark, I'm disappointed in you. I do live in Shirley. So Ian and Milo, you get yourself another point.
Damn, are we tied?
We're tied.
So, boys, the results are in, and we've actually got ourselves a tie. But unfortunately, in Croydon, there's never a tiebreaker. So we're going to change
Fight
it
to the
from
death.
"It's my game, it's my game,"
Knife fight.
to "It's both your games." Yeah.
Both your
Stab
games.
each other to death. Yeah, but there we go, boys. Well done to you both. You both got 3 points each. So it's both of your games. It's both of your games. Yeah. So yeah, mate, that wraps that up. So well done, lads. And yeah, that was the Croydon Pub Quiz, never to be seen until maybe 4 years' time.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Coops. I enjoyed that. It was but I didn't realise I knew as much as I do about Croydon. We're going to move on to everyone's favourite segment of the show, especially ours. It's time for hashtag Shinies of the Week.
Shinies of the week.
I've got one straight off the bat. This one is from James R. Cop23. Dropped it in within an hour of us recording. At Incensed Podcast, hashtag Shinies of the Week, hashtag fuck Faith, hashtag Faith sucks bags of dicks, hashtag Faith's a bitch, hashtag justice for Coopsy through hashtags, hashtag Coops deserves better than that anyway.
Cock.
First ever Shiny slack off and a second Lunar tone caught whilst listening to the podcast. Thanks to the look and the excellent entertainment. Hashtag there's your Spotify review. And yes, your top podcast was Incensed, a Pokemon GO podcast. And that's epic. So thank you very much, James.
Crazy.
Our cop 23.
Wow. And so many hashtags.
Yeah.
Justice for Coops.
They got my Mon and they got the cruise ship's Mon. Nice. I'll carry on the whole shebang. We've got Ian Infinite Valor here. Totally forgot to post this yesterday, but I was listening to the cast of Incensed podcast. Niantic, just because you give me a shiny doesn't mean you're covered not fixing my incense. Hashtag Shinies of the Week, hashtag Niantic help. And they got themselves a shiny Magnemite, so big congrats on that. I do like shiny Magnemite, actually.
Sick shiny.
Underrated shiny.
You've never seen it, have you, Milo? You've caught all yours in the gotcha, haven't you?
Yeah, I've never had one on my screen. Not that I'm complaining.
I've only got 12.
I'm going to go with Kate. And Kate says, you hadn't even had a chance to announce to whack on an incense and I snagged a super cute shiny Minchino. Well, happy of that. And I'm a little bit late, but happy new year, boys. Love, Neon, Kate. And yeah, she posted the picture of us on Spotify. So yeah, Kate, I hope you've given us a review as well. He's a rating, sorry.
Nice shiny pink Minchino.
Brilliant. Yeah, nice shiny Kate, yeah. And the final one for this week, Stephen Merrington at Incensed Podcast, listening to episode 50 today. Caught these for my kids today. Good job. You can't trade shadows. Hashtag Shinies of the Week. Hashtag need me that green dragon. And we've got a shiny Shadow Bagon and a shiny Regice.
Nice shinies.
Awesome shinies.
Fucking jealous of that Bagon.
It is. It's
Any old bag on for Milo would be a bonus, wouldn't it, mate?
Hashtag Bagon for Milo.
Hashtag let's get it trending.
Not got baguettes, lads. Got bagons, lads.
But speaking of shinies, it's that time where we declare whether we had any sparkles tonight. I can certainly say for me, nothing. But that's nothing new. Guys?
No, buddy. No.
If you were to take 10 and multiply it by 0, you get fuck all. So that's what I've got.
I think we need a cricket sound effect
Weird
there.
way of saying it.
I've got 0 as well, Ian. So,
So before we wrap this show up, Mark, I believe you did a poll, didn't you? A foodie poll.
Foodie poll.
It's time for the results of...
Is that my
Coops, you fucker. So let me get the poll up, boys. It's been up already once tonight. Trying to get it up twice. It's fucking hard work.
Little blue pills help
Give me a
that,
hand,
Mark.
Milo, if you want.
Give you 2.
Yeah. So earlier in the show, we all said if we could eat one food for the rest of our lives, what would it be? Well, we put that out to the public as well. We had another 61 people on my poll in the hour.
That in an hour.
Very,
Damn.
very busy. Jeez.
Some of the comments that were put on it was Kessie Cherry said, pizza, big love heart eyes. My mate Hervey said, pound of chocolate, buddy. Being
Yes,
the
mate.
Frenchman that our
Yes,
man
mate.
Hervey is. Sue HermesNinja said, love pastries, but pizza wins hands down. Now I'm intrigued by Jaffa cakes. We'll have to try and find them in the USA. To which Carls went, yes, oh my God, Sue, Jaffa cakes are amazing. And so they are amazing. Jay Ketch said, got to be the pizza boys. Stewie said, surely Coops the Casual's going to say cock. Interesting.
cock?
And Connor Cook said margarita pizza, which probably explains where I get my cheesy puns from. Ironically, the winner also got 61% tonight. There were 61 votes,
Oh, wow.
and the winner
Damn.
got 61%. So let's start at the bottom, though. 5% for Jaffa cakes.
Fucking hell.
10% went Pano Chocolate, so not as refined as Milo. 10%.
Scrubs.
That's 6.1 people. They got that. A quarter, 25% went cheese. Fair play, you cheese lovers. 61% of people went margarita pizza.
Can't beat a pizza.
Wow.
You cannot beat a pizza.
You can't. And I'll only tell you, well done, Ian. The majority agrees with you.
It's my food.
It's my food. As I say, where does Ian want his pizza? Inside of me.
It's the best place for a pizza to be. But not surprising. I genuinely thought pizza would win. I really did. Because let's face it, it's the king of foods.
Yeah, it is, to be fair. It is.
It is. You say, let's get a takeout. You think pizza. Well, I do anyway.
Just don't do
Indian.
what as it Ben Stiller's character in Dodgeball does with his pizza.
Don't do what Walter White does with his pizza. I don't want one on the roof of the house.
In Dodgeball, he puts the pizza down his trousers.
Oh.
That's what they're doing in Croydon, isn't it, to get it back home?
As I say,
From a cup of coffee to a blowy.
You whack a pizza down the front of your pants so you can get it home. Don't nick it. Put it down my
It's the
pants.
best way to keep it warm, isn't
it's
it?
actually body armour.
Milo, use it as a bulletproof vest.
Yeah, it's a bulletproof vest.
If there's enough cheese on it, it might stop a bullet. You never know.
It's not very Italian, but it will keep you alive.
I think it is time for us to wind this thing up. So don't forget, we love your stories. Share them with us on Twitter, Instagram at Incensed Podcast, or if you want to go old school, by email at incensedpodcast@yahoo.com. Please don't forget, you can follow us on your podcast provider of choice. We love that review. 5-star is great. And speaking of reviews, Coops, you put a call to action out last week to our listeners.
I've got to say, thank you so much to everyone, because obviously I know we mentioned last week about Spotify. I'm a Spotify user, I love it, and I noticed that you can put, not reviews, ratings on there. Last week we had something like 45 ratings, and it was a 4.9, and now, after just, not even a week, we're up to 85 ratings, and we're now currently actually at a 5-star. So I just want to say a massive thank you, and we would love to get to 100 by next week, or even over. So if you can, please, if you are listening on Spotify and you forgot to do it when you listened to the last week's episode, please, for this one, just literally tap on Incensed Podcast, tap the little star button, and tap that 5 stars. Honestly, it'll be greatly appreciated. And of course, before Ian says it, I'd also say don't forget to do it on Apple as well.
Yeah, we had a couple of reviews on Apple, but we only got, I think, 2 or 3 last week. So last time I checked, was on about 34. No reviews, but we're staying on 4.9 stars on Apple Podcasts. But it's great that we got up to 5 on Spotify. That is brilliant. Thank you so much. And on that bombshell, thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next week for episode 52, and the anniversary show is just around the corner, 2 weeks away. You're going to love it.